You had an interview at one point where you said, I'm reading it right now. It said, I don't think Future gets the technology very well. I don't think he understands how it actually works. He's writing great songs. He's a great writer, but you could use Autotune. You know how to work it perfectly, but you still have to know how to write a good song.
Yeah, I don't think he gets the technology. I mean, nobody does. Anybody that uses Autotune, I can firmly say that nobody has looked into Autotune the way I have. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've looked into Autotune. I literally met the inventor of Autotune. I talked to him about the way that Autotune was invented. Autotune was invented by this guy used to be an oil digger. This guy used to work on an oil rig, and they used to send sonar signals and tones down in the ground. And if it came back a different tone up to where your equipment was, then that means that determines if you got oil or not. So you send a signal, and if it comes back a different tone, then it changes the tone. Like, oil will change the tone. So it's like he used that same math to make Autotune, and it's like you send a tone into Pro Tools and it sends you the right tone back, and a lot of math went into that shit, and just some shit that's more complicated than it would take us fucking a billion minutes to fucking explain this shit to regular motherfuckers. But like, I really studied this shit, and I know for a fact that nobody has sat down in the studio and studied this shit that much. Nobody has done that because it happened too fast. They didn't have time to do it. I studied Autotune 2 years before I used it once. And I know it happened too fast. After I used it, niggas just started coming out of nowhere. So it happened too fast for them to know how this shit works. And I know I studied this shit, and I know the technology. I know why it catches certain notes. I know why it doesn't catch certain notes. I know why this shit works the way it works. And I know niggas ain't did that. For sure.
Well, when Kanye did 808s and Heartbeats, and Heartbreaks, sorry, and he used Autotune, a lot of people really kind of went down on him, came down hard on him over using it. Because, I mean, honestly, I feel that Kanye's use of Autotune wasn't as good as your use of it.
Well, the crazy thing was I worked on 808s and Heartbreaks with Kanye. I went down to Hawaii for like 10 days with that nigga. You know what I'm saying? And Kanye actually told me himself, like my album Rapper Turned Singer. He said, I listened to your album Rapper Turned Singer. I heard all those songs. I fucking love your album Rapper Turned Singer. I think you a genius. Blah, blah, blah. Like, he went through this whole spiel. He said, but what I figured out, that Rapper Turned Singer is just a bunch of love songs with a shitload of bass in them. And I'm like, well, love songs is like Heartbreaks, and the shitload of bass is the 808s. So you calling your album 808s and Heartbreaks because you making a bunch of love songs with a shitload of bass in them? And he basically was like, yeah, pretty much. That's what yeah, that's it. And I respect that shit, but it's like the praise that he got from it was like, oh my God, this is so creative. This is the new shit. This is the shit. Like, and I'm like, well, what happened in 2005 when I dropped Rapper Turned Singer and it was the same album? That's kind of weird. You know what I'm saying? It just felt like I was unappreciated and anything like that. I mean, any originator of anything is gonna be the lesser known, and you know what I'm saying, because it's the newest thing, and that's just not, I mean, it's not right, but that's just how shit goes.
Good Life. That was one of my favorite Kanye songs ever. Like, y'all two were brilliant on that.
Yeah, man, it actually took us like, oh man, it took us like 5 weeks to do that song. That's the one song in my entire life that has taken me that long to do. And the Kanye just wanted me to do like the hook that's on that song, that I go for mine, I got the sign, that's on your head. That is comprised, that one hook is made of 7 hooks that I did. Like, and it's not even the whole 7 hooks. It's just like pieces from every hook that I did on that song. Actually, the bridge on that song, the better than the life I live, and I thought that I was gonna go crazy. That was one of the hooks that I did. So it's not even like, I don't know. That song was very fucking confusing. I actually didn't hear the whole song until I got to the video shoot. And that was very confusing. If it looked like I didn't know where the hook came at any point in that video, that's because I really fucking didn't. Because when I was doing the hook, he didn't have no verses on it. I didn't even. Oh man, it was a lot, a lot.
Great song though. You know, the final product I thought was great.
Great fucking concept. I mean, he got some dudes from France to do the shit. I mean, it was genius. I'd need them dudes, but they fucking expensive.
The way he flipped the Michael Jackson sample too was brilliant.
And you know what? The whole time, and the whole time I was doing the hook, that sample wasn't even in there. The sample wasn't even there. That wasn't even a part of the beat when I was doing the goddamn song. That he didn't put that in there until I got to the video shoot. It was weird as shit. He was like, "You need to hear the song?" I'm like, "Nah, I heard it. I did it." It was like, "Nah, you might want to hear the song." I mean, shit was funny as hell, but you know, it worked. Hey, shit, ain't got no problem with it. Ain't worried about nothing.
It's a lot of fans. The guy sold what? About damn near 800,000 the first week. So it's a lot of fans that like Drake singing. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's all he gives a damn about.
Yeah, I don't.
He's not signed to good music.
Yeah, man. I mean, I look at 2 Chainz as my good music brother. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I don't know the paperwork scenario of it, but I mean, we're all seasoned artists, man.